In this video, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me a random B2B industry that has a good cold email friendly offer, and we're going to build everything from scratch, from building the lead list, writing the email copy, and then how I can send it using a sending tool that can automate everything. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so as you can see right here, I got ChatGPT prepared, and I have a prompt which says, give me a random B2B industry that has a cold email friendly offer. Okay, let's go for it. I'm gonna go with the top ones, purpose of the video, okay? Commercial cleaning services, okay, that's it. Now, what I want to do is try to search this in the United States, for example. Okay, so the top one that I found was clean method, okay? So now the first thing that I wanted to do whenever I'm trying to prospect for a client is what type of industries or what type of companies can they pretty much serve, right? And sometimes, there we go. Sometimes it's gonna give you a list of case studies that they already have, which mean these are the companies that have already worked with them. And then what's the logical thing to do is to find similar companies to those companies already that they've listed out, because I can just mention right here, for example, if I have a similar industries with Harley Davidson, for example, say Honda or Yamaha, I can just mention, hey, we've already worked with Harley Davidson to clean their property, for example, and yeah, here's our service. Try to pitch it. Use it as a reference. It adds credibility. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find this one and prompt it to ChatGPT. If I were to run a cold email that I can target. And then, or not who are, what are the industries? And then I'm gonna feed it the list of companies right here. Amazon, Walmart, Harley Davidson, etc. Now the first thing that I wanted to do here as well is what is their geographical location, because sometimes, there we go, it can be restricted too. Okay, so they got locations right here. It's a big company, it seems. And then what I'm gonna do now is start to build the people that we can target, okay? So everything that you're doing with in terms of building is about the client. I am imagining that clean method, sorry for using you in this video, but hey, you can use this too if you are the owners watching, So I'm building everything revolving around their information. So what we're gonna be doing right here first is to filter out the location of the contact. So we're making sure to type this out first. It's gonna be boring, so let me pause the video first and then get back to you. And boom, we got already the locations right here. So now that is done, I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT and see what type of industries I could target right here. Okay, because I'm already seeing, what a good industries to immediately target that makes sense for them would be commercial real estate, because it makes sense. What are they? Commercial cleaning services. So right now, I got a list of people. I know they got a bunch of targeting, but for the sake of this example, we're gonna go with the commercial real estate. Let's see first if we can get enough people. I'm trying to aim for like at least 3,000. And then this could be another segment. If they were to be my client, I'm gonna segment the list into different segments. So maybe target retail stores, maybe target commercial properties as a segment, and then so Amazon would be more like a facility, or or like a retail brand. So you have to find out the location, physical location of Amazon there, right? So now, what are we trying to do here next? Okay, so for the sake of this example, we're gonna go with commercial real estate, and then we're trying to find the job titles that we can reach out to for this example. If you have been watching one of my videos already, I've created the GPT bot that you just have to feed, and then it can give you the list of job titles. So I'm gonna do that right now and get back to you. And boom. So let's go back to my screen, which I've already discussed this. So you just say what you're selling and who you're selling to. Commercial cleaning services to commercial real estate properties. Now you got a list of people: property managers, facility managers, building manager. Those are real good. Okay. So now we go to job titles. Let's exclude that, and boom. Okay, I got 1.6K. Now, does the employee count really matter here? Technically, no, because however big their organization is, this is the, let's say for example, right, you're reaching out to MCB Real Estate. The MCB Real Estate as a corporation could be really big, but we don't really care because senior property manager might just be managing a couple of properties, and those couple of properties could be needing commercial cleaning services, right? So we won't be filtering this out. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna add a bit more industries here. So what I'm immediately thinking was retail, because you got the Lowe's, Amazon, etc. Boom, there we go. So you got Target, similar to Walmart, right? So we can mention that. And then this will be good. So what I'm gonna be doing is to scrape this. I'm not gonna be scraping this because I'm just gonna demonstrate it to you guys, but you will have a CSV of people, right? And these are the people that you can reach out to and pitch the commercial cleaning services. Okay, but what do you mean pitch? What are you gonna be saying? I'm gonna be writing down an email copy for them and then try to see if we can turn it into a document. Okay, let me be right back. Boom, just like that. We already got the email script. Now, this is what we wrote, okay? So we got 3 variations of email 1, meaning the first email that we're sending to them, we're testing out 3 different variations to make sure that we can have enough testing and whatever works, basically. Okay, so let's try to read it. Let me zoom in a little bit, okay? So I'm asking them, are you currently happy with the consistency of cleaning across your sites? Because we're reaching out to the managers, right? We handle commercial cleaning for your companies like Walmart and Chick-fil-A. This will add credibility because they already know that you're working with big companies, where consistent quality and low friction service really matter. If you're ever needing a reliable vendor who can flex with your needs, we might be a good fit. Now, of course, those companies that we're reaching out to already have like some sort of cleaning, they might be hiring. So what we're doing right here is, would you be open to a quick code to compare against what you're using now? Right? Because of course we have to assume that if they're a building, then they must have some cleaners already there, right? But we're trying to see if they would be open to it. Because sometimes a good timing in the service industry too is that we have this same scenario when I'm working with security companies, and that the current security guard company is not performing well. So what typically happens is that that's a good opportunity. Okay, are you open to comparing with other vendors now? Because you might not be satisfied, and you might be looking for other vendors now, and that's a good timing for clean method to go right in. So let's proceed with email 1B. So notice company manages commercial or retail space. Ever run into issues with cleaners or showing up late or missing spots? So in this case, I would have segmented this both separately, so that whenever I'm reaching out to, for example, Target, because the operations manager in Target located in DC, of course, is not going to be managing other properties. So this would be more relevant if you can keep this segmented. That's why. But for the purpose of the video, I was just trying to aim for the 5K. So be careful with the personalization that you're going to be using. Is the only thing that I'm trying to say here. We work with brands like Amazon and Lowe's to keep their properties consistently clean with flexible schedules and reliable teams who don't need micromanaging. Want me to send over a quick quote or sample schedule? And the thing about here too is I want to make sure that our call to action is not something that they would think of. It could be an easy yes or no, right? So if a property manager sees this email, they can just easily say, yes, send me over the code. They don't have to think. They know that this is the reason why we're reaching out. This is what we do and what we offer. We work with brands to keep their properties consistently clean, which means we're all cleaners. Do you want me to send a code? Yes or no, right? So we just try to go with a simple, less friction, try to straight to the point, and then go for it. Go for the pitch, right? Let's go with the email 1C. Do you ever need help filling gaps in your cleaning coverage, especially during peak traffic or staffing dips? We support busy properties with scalable commercial cleaning that's already trusted by brands like Walmart and Amazon. There you go. This is a really good pitch, right? It's built to make your day easier, not to add more tasks to it. Would it make sense to send a quick breakdown of what this could look like for company, right? We can add this. Yep. There we go. So we got 3 days later is email 2A. This is the 3 days later of what you're gonna be, hold on. There we go. 3 days later is the follow-up of what you're gonna be sending as a follow-up. So just checking in, let me know if you'd ever want a second set of hands to keep, let's say for example, target sites spotless without the usual vendor headaches. Even if you're all set now, happy to be your backup. This is a really good line, right? Because of course, if all of a sudden, the commercial vendor or commercial cleaning property suddenly doesn't show up, they can just keep us in file, and then we could be a backup. That is a really good use of line, right? We're not trying to replace your current vendor, but we could be an alternative if they ever, don't show up. So that is a really good line. Now, the only problem here left, okay, you got a list of companies that are real, and then you got an email script. Okay, what do you do? Because I cannot send 5,000 emails. So you have to have a setup, an infrastructure. So the simple explanation to this is that you will buy multiple subdomains, like you get their website as cleanmethod.com, right? So what you're going to be doing is to purchase the domains like getcleanmethod.com, usecleanmethod.com, a list of domains. And then each one of those domains will have 2 dedicated inboxes, okay? So for example, Louis at getcleanmethod.com. So imagine having those list of subdomains, and inside one of them, they have 2 subdomains. What you're going to be having is a list of inboxes, which are now actual people that are reaching out for you, because each individual can reach out to 10 people a day, for example, right? So now multiply that, and now you're able to have an infrastructure behind it. Okay, you got the inboxes, you got the power now to send, but what do you actually do? Where do you actually send it? I got a couple of tools that I recommend. I'm gonna share the ones that are available and the ones that I have used. So you got instantly.ai. I've used them for at least 2 months, and then I decided to stop using them because I was a heavy user of smartly.ai. But now I'm not using them anymore because, as you can see, my subscription has expired. I'm currently using another tool called Email Bison. So as you can see, if you go to leads.excelmarketing.com, this is only for clients, to my clients. So for the past 10 days, I've already sent 18,000 emails. Boom, that's a lot, right? So that's what we're currently using right now. Any of those tools is fine. Email Bison is kind of for the heavy senders, so I don't recommend to use it. Or if you're a B2B service, or even if you are the owner of Clean Method, then you can just use us. We provide the whole service from A to Z. That's what we take care of. We will make sure to warm up all the emails and make sure every process gets through. So this is going to be ready to send. Combine the list to the email script and then start sending using those inboxes that I showed you. And then from there, you just handle the responses. The main goal here is to try to build them into a funnel. From the cold email stage, you try to book them to a quote or maybe a meeting. And then from there, you try to bid them. I think there's a bidding process sometimes because you're a contractor. Once you get that, you close the deal. Whatever your sales process is, Clean Method, go for it. And then, that's how you can use cold email as another tool. if you enjoyed this video, recommend any other industries, B2B industries that you want me to do cold email for, and then we're gonna create a video into it. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Peace.